I already made an all the singles Schmoedown players joke in the last singles match, didn't I?
Yeah, let's not rehash Beyonce if we don't have to.
I love Beyonce. Beyonce is fantastic. Let's not anger the Beehive either.
Yeah, okay.
Hey guys, welcome to another Schmoedown reaction from the Cinefanatics. I'm Chris Adams.
And I'm Robert Adams.
And we are starting the singles tournament tonight.
Well, they're starting it. We're just going to watch it.
We're starting with it.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Anyway, yeah, it's going to be a good one. Going to be one of them barn burners or whatever they call them.
The kids are saying nowadays.
Whatever the young whippersnappers are saying nowadays.
Yeah. This is what, Marc Andreyko versus...
The Android versus the Godfather, Drew McWeeny.
Yes. I feel like we're going to start repeating ourselves from the Anarchy tournament.
Yeah.
I don't know who's going to win this. I mean, McWeeny was previously a team championship belt holder. Andreyko was not.
But he did almost get to the singles belt before.
That's right. Having to go up against, was it Bibiani?
Yes. So, Andreyko is one of those types where it's only a matter of time before he's got a belt over his shoulder. Mm-hmm. It's just, when is that time going to be? McWeeny has officially had a belt over his shoulder, but he wants a belt over his shoulder again.
And who could blame him?
So we have two competitors here who are both very knowledgeable about movies and all that. What they do know, they both played the game, so they both know how to play the game, and they're both hungry to have that belt over their shoulder. I will give it probably to McWeeny, though. I will say McWeeny edges out Andreyko in terms of movie knowledge. That doesn't mean that Andreyko automatically loses against McWeeny. I just think that advantage is going to be good for McWeeny, whereas I think Andreyko might know how to strategize with the game maybe a little bit more than McWeeny does.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that plays out. But I think I'm personally going to give it to McWeeny.
Yeah. Well, I'd say let's go ahead and get into this, because...
He just wants to jump into it. We did just come back from Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Ralph breaks the internet.
Ralph breaks the internet, so we're both very tired, so we want to go ahead and just jump right into this.
Yep.
Which, by the way, that video is going to be up soon. I don't know if you have it up before this one or not, but we're going to have it up on the channel, so whenever that comes up, check it out.
Yep.
Self-promotion.
I think I'm losing my hair.
Jeez.
I can't believe this friggin' job has just destroyed everything I held dear.
You're a real mess, kid.
You call that stressful?
How did you...
How did what?
I locked the door.
Come on now. It's been a year. You're not used to this by now? But what a year it's been. It's been, I would say, spectacular, wouldn't you? And it all capped off recently with your big Darth Vader moment. I love that you're like, no, against me. And guess what? It's all coming down to this, my friend. You remember this, don't you? Remember this? So I got right here. It's right here. This is your way out, my friend. This is your golden ticket. So if I give this to you, you can be like, touch that again, I'm gonna break your hand. You touch this again. But I want to give it to you, though. I want to give it to you, because then you take it and you'll be like, I got a golden ticket. I got a golden ticket. All you got to do for this, your way out, I'll be out of your hair for good. No more none of this. No more. All you got to do, are you listening? You challenge Harlow.
No.
What was that? No. I don't like that. No, that's a wussy. No, I want to, no. If you're going to say no, say it like that, like a man, like he had some balls before. Here, you're going to say yes. You're going to say yes with the biggest smile on your face, because I will be out of your hair. All you got to do is challenge Harloff. It's as simple as that. Just say yes. Well, yes. Because if you don't, guess what? The computer with this on, I'm going to go share, retweet, be everywhere. The kids and everyone will have this. All the fans will have this. They'll have the receipts, as they call it. Those kids say, I got the receipts on you. But then, I can give this to you. You can do whatever you want with it. Just challenge Harloff. Say yes. Because you know what? I want to see more of this. You had your little fun with your no moment. Now I'm going to have my fun. Just like always. Go get him. Go get him. Challenge him. Come on. Come on, chick. There you go. Okay. Look at $1 million now. Look at the smile on your face. I love it. Remember?
Yes.
I got a golden ticket. I got a golden ticket. I got a golden ticket.
Why would he challenge Harloff? Does Thad actually know movie trivia? Huh. Okay.
Yeah. I'm blanking on his team name, but he did play in the Schmoedown for a little while.
Andreyko, McWeeny, Ben the Boss Bateman.
Long before
the singles tournament
commissionership.
begins. The winner of that entire tournament faces John the Outlaw Rocha at the Spectacular. What a battle we're in for.
I have never gone up against Rocha, and I think that would be a lot of fun. I think Rocha is somebody that you kind of have to go up against if you're going to be in the league.
Absolutely.
It's sort of a rite of passage. I want something. I want red meat. I want a good fight. Make it happen, all right? You're the commissioner.
Whatever you want. Whatever you
Mission.
want. Yeah, sure. Do it. You are going to play the winner of Lon and Ethan, and then after that match, you will get Rocha or Snyder.
And your winner, Ethan!
No, it's awesome, and I can't wait. I feel like now that I've really started to make a name for myself, I've just got to keep moving up the ladder. I feel like the next step is the Godfather himself.
And your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Ethan!
No, you guys also have.
remember that being a really good match.
Yeah.
Patriot.
It is really a head-to-head knowledge match. It's not about the game anymore. It really comes down to we're just going to trade blows back and forth.
Your winner!
If I've done everything I wanted to do in the Schmoedown, there's only one logical step left, and that is to walk away.
Walk away with and give up both championships.
Give up both belts.
And what's going to happen here is that Bibiani will play the winner of Andreyko and Irwin, and that will be our new champion. And your Andreyko is 3-0 since joining the Fife Club. He took
That is something to remember.
He beat both
Andreyko beat Irwin, but Irwin beat
and then
McWeeny.
beat Ethan Irwin to earn his
Yeah.
spot here today for the championship. And your
Hmm.
winner, William the Beast!
Kind of see it as like a rock, paper, scissors triangle.
Yeah. In which case, then it just comes down to the matter of luck with your numbers, with the wheel.
Yeah.
Can you steal a few extra precious points during round 2 from your opponent?
It is one of those every question matters kind of things here.
Jeez. So it's a long, hard league in front of us. Long, hard championship. And I don't know who writes your championships. Well, I mean, I know it's Christian Harloff that's usually behind the whole thing, but
Who writes your championships?
I don't know. It's late. Whoa!
Welcome back to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And the singles tournament officially begins. We're done with the gauntlet. Ben Bateman has gotten that 8th spot. And now the tournament of the 8 elite begin. Mark, how are you?
Christian, I am doing great because it is playoff season. I love nothing more than the playoffs. And as a Redskins fan, I don't get to enjoy them that much. But here in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown, we really have a good matchup to kick off this entire format.
Oh, this is in a lot of different tournaments. This is a semifinal. Shoot, it's a final. It is between two of the elite players of the league. They got matched up. That's just the way this tournament ran this year. You have on one side of the bracket, and something you just don't hear often, the underdog, is the former Movie Trivia Schmoedown team champion of the world, the Godfather, Drew McWeeny, who is 4-3. He has an okay singles record this year. He beat the former champion, William the Beast Bibiani, but lost to rookie sensation Ethan Irwin. He's going up against a longtime friend, but someone who's having a tremendous year in singles and in general this year, and that's the android Marc Andreyko. Marc Andreyko this year is 3-1. He won a triple threat match against Janine the Machine and Stacey Howard. He beat Ben Bateman, who's on a roll right now, and he beat the man who beat McWeeny in Ethan Irwin. His losses, of course, his one loss this year comes, of course, to his rival, the man he can't beat, the William the Beast Bibiani, but that's it this year for the android.
Yeah, we like seeing friends when they compete. It's a shame that a friendship of 2 decades perhaps is going to end here today, but that's the way to go. No, they are not going to like each other anymore. They will no longer be exchanging holiday gift cards because it means just that much. The winner of this advances. The loser is out of the tournament. Drew McWeeny, Marc Andreyko. You're right. It's odd to see Drew McWeeny going to be sitting on that side of the ledger, but when you go up against the android, that's what you get.
Both are coming off of good performances in the team tournament. Drew McWeeny was partnered up with Breanne Chandler. They made it into the second round. And Draco went into
I was pulling for that team. I really was.
Jeff the Insider Snyder and had a nice run.
I was thinking, who's the boss versus Take the Cannoli in the end.
This is the last performance of the season for one of these guys. The winner will go on.
Get out of here.
Yep,
You're done.
The winner will go on to face the winner of the match between Ben Bateman and Marc Andreyko's stablemate of the Five Club, Clark Wolf. But these two, they're going to say some words about each other, and we're going to hear them. Here we go.
Oh, this is definitely by far the most challenging match I think I've had as a player. Drew and I have been friends for almost 20 years, and his knowledge, I always say Drew is like me if I was smarter. He knows a lot about so much stuff. And if the categories are right, he can smoke me.
Have I accomplished it? I haven't even begun, really. I mean, I had the championship belt with Sam for a very brief moment. But that's certainly not enough. I feel like in the singles, I have been so hit and miss that this tournament, I really got to bear down and I got to really focus. And, dude, it's a scary first match. If I planned to get any further, you couldn't have put a bigger obstacle in my way.
This has been a pretty good year. I was far more active in the competition than I thought I was going to be at the outset. And I've had a pretty good record. I think even though I haven't actually won a belt, I think I'm probably I'm a pretty consistent performer. That could also change on a dime. I'm overdue for a match where I'm 2 points to 35.
I've known Andreyko long enough, just personally, away from the movie trivia Schmoedown for decades now. And he and I come from very similar places. I mean, very similar bases of knowledge. And so I think on any given day, that wheel spin or that pull of a question is I'll be haunted by that free-for-all moment forever.
Oh, if I win this whole tournament and I get to play Rocha, that's almost as delicious as playing Bibiani again. There would be a lot of fun playing Rocha. And as the last couple of matches I've played, I think I've really gotten into the technique of the game and the psychology of the game. And Rocha, like Bibbs, only takes, what did the Joker say? Just takes a little nudge to let gravity take. So if I can get to play him, I think I have a good chance because I can get in his head.
So here's the thing, Mark. You and I are friends. We'll be friends after this. But I've got to go over you. And so I am, because I want to face John Rocha. It's one of those matches that I've been waiting for since I joined the league. And now that he's champion, I just have more reason to want it. So, I'm sorry, Mark. This is as far as you go.
Drew, you're a good friend and a noble competitor. I just hope I don't lose by too many points. Good luck.
What a nice guy.
Yeah.
You know, Christian, I wouldn't even classify that as trash talk. That was more like recyclables. It was nice. It was very complimentary, but they're both focused on going to the next round. They ultimately want to face John Rocha.
Yeah, I mean, that's what this winner gets. Whoever wins this whole entire tournament gets to face the champion, John Rocha.
What a pleasure.
They get to face him at the Schmoedown Spectacular in the main event. And as we already announced, the season premiere of Season 6 is going to be in New York.
What?
So not only the runner,
book a ticket.
whoever the champion is at that time in New York,
He's already going to be there.
the title. So one of these guys could be defending.
He's got to
in
book
New
his
York.
ticket,
The
though.
other thing is there's going to be a #1 contender match at the Schmoedown Spectacular.
Airplane
and
ticket?
whoever wins that will be facing whoever the champion is at New York. So there's a lot at stake inside of this tournament. If you can score enough points, you can be in the #1 contender match. If you can become at least one of the finalists, the #1 contender match. But it is all about trying to get to John Rocha at the Spectacular.
2 questions. You're a New Yorker. I'm flying into Newark. Close enough?
I'll see if Ken's available.
Sounds good. My other question is, what is the tail of the tape for these two gentlemen?
Tail of the tape, you've got The Godfather, Drew McWeeny, 80s movies, 70s movies, and just staring at you and making you scared.
Leaving guns, taking cannolis.
And then Mr. Marc, the android Andreyko, who's
Making sure the questions are fair.
Movies, musicals, and making sure you balance the questions.
I think that's the strength of every competitor this season.
That's right.
Thank you for the help.
And somewhere I know he's smiling.
We appreciate your tips.
So with that, we are ready to get going.
Oh, you just speak for me. Fine. We're both ready.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first. With a record of 4 wins, 3 defeats.
It's a great entrance song.
The former movie trivia Schmoedown team champion of the world. The Godfather.
I mean, besides the fact that his name is Godfather.
I mean, it makes sense. The Godfather theme for The Godfather.
Like, almost if he didn't even name... Even if his name wasn't The Godfather, I would say this is a good entrance for him.
He's a big fan favorite. The thing is, underdog by record.
He's an underdog. Nobody thinks he can win today.
All right. And
Well, I'm pretty sure he's happy about that.
It's definitely not true.
to the ring by
Also, a very perfect intro song, specifically for Marc Andreyko.
Rachel the Crusher
He wrote
Butcher.
Wonder Woman comics.
Of 5 wins, 3 defeats.
Trying to remember.
Is Marc
Yeah, I don't know which one he did, but
Andreyko.
She's wearing Nightwing.
yeah, she's wearing like a Nightwing sweater.
It's actually kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Just applauding sportsmanship. Andreyko with
This
his
Madman shirt is a Joker.
Yeah.
Jordan hitting 5 threes in the first half of a finals game.
I like everything that's happening right now.
I'm just excited to see the Fight Club back together. We haven't seen them together since before Anarchy happens. They're standing, and we are ready to get going. What is round number 1 here, Mark?
Round number 1 is going to be 8 questions of the match of the JTE rule. If you're not sure you heard a question correctly, you need to repeat it, or you just want to buy yourself some time to think of the correct answer, use the JTE rule. You also each have 1 challenge to lose. I'm a little nervous because Drew McWeeny has a Coca-Cola up there on the desk, but it looks very warm, and that is gross.
Maybe it fuels him to be even more scary than he is.
Heat in it, actually.
It's poison anyway, but at least let's get some ice cold poison.
Marc Andreyko just went heel. All right, here we go. So we are ready to get going. Marc Andreyko, are you ready?
Sure.
McWeeny, are you ready?
I am now.
Then let's get ready to
Both of them sound very confident.
Lusty crowd here today, Christian. They're excited for the kickoff of the playoffs.
Question 1 in action adventure, gentlemen. Johnny Depp appears as a CIA agent trying to kill a drug lord in which installment of Robert Rodriguez's Mexico trilogy?
Have you ever been to Mexico?
No, I have not.
I got a Rosarito, I got a Tijuana, and I got a Cancun, where I drank Bud Light and went to TGI Fridays.
4. Proud of you.
Did not get the culture.
2. I get you. 1. Pens down. Marc Andreyko.
Once upon a time in Mexico.
Yes, sir. McWeeny.
That would be Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Tie game.
Once upon a time in Mexico. Once upon a time in Mexico.
So your next category is the world of comedies. Haha. Your question is, Jim Carrey plays a character by the name of Fletcher Reed in what 90s classic comedy?
Well, I mean,
well, this is a good way to start this game.
if it's not one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies,
Celebrates his birthday.
one of, there's a lot of good ones.
Lucas. 5, 4,
Typical Jordan question is a turn.
yeah, 2, 1. Drew McWeeny.
I believe it is Liar Liar.
You'd be correct. Marc Andreyko.
Liar, liar.
Tie game.
Liar, liar.
My pen is black. Doesn't really work, does it?
Dramas. Who played med student Skylar in Good Will Hunting?
Have you ever seen that good one?
Very many
Oh,
stars.
what was her name?
Very many
Very many
stars.
stars.
You're working on your response
5.
timing. And it's
Working on my spoons.
really
4,
You can get it.
3, 2,
I can't.
1.
Her name is slipping me.
Please, and Marc Andreyko.
Mini driver?
Yes.
And
Mini Drive.
tie game. Here we go.
Mini Driver.
Early, feeling each other out. Your next question comes from the world of animated movies. They're either drawn by hand or more likely on a computer. Your question is, who directed the 2004 film The Polar Express?
Ooh, these are great questions
I
tonight.
have never seen this one, although I hear the kids love it.
That's not true.
Spelling does not count.
5, 4. All kids.
Kids
3,
read?
2. They just watch YouTube videos. 1. Drew McWeeny.
Huh.
With the assist of dark sorcery, that would be Robert Zemeckis.
Yes, sir.
Although-
And Marc Andreyko.
Robert Zemeckis.
We are tied, ladies and
Robert
gentlemen.
Zemeckis.
Robert Zemeckis.
And these two titans keep on going. Here we go. Fantasy sci-fi. Which 2000 sci-fi film stars Cillian Murphy, Chris Evans, Rose Byrne, and Michelle Yeoh?
Yeah.
2000s. Yeah, so
Got
anything.
it.
Yeah, but you let right into the sci-fi. You were like, what's 2000s?
think-
They got it. 5.
I think this is it.
4, 3, 2, 1. Marc Andreyko.
Sunshine?
Yes, and
Oh.
McWeeny. Sunshine.
Nope.
Wow.
The core.
Okay.
Sunshine.
That might be the toughie in round
I did
number
see that
so we
one.
could be looking at 2 perfect rounds. Your next question.
Yeah, I got your
comes from
board.
the world of
Yeah, right.
1980s movies. Your question is, who played vampire leader David in The Lost
Yes.
Boys? The groan from the crowd. It is the first round.
Um,
Man, the crowd, everybody thinks that they can just be
Spelling?
right and answer these
I
questions.
wish I had those questions,
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
1.
Doesn't
I'm right
matter.
here, Christian.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's pens down. Pens down, please. And Drew McWeeny.
That would be Kiefer Sutherland.
Yes, it is.
Kiefer Sutherland.
6.
Kiefer Sutherland.
He's a great actor.
Kiefer
He
Sutherland.
wrote himself into an Icelandic Christmas
Cry,
story.
little
Next question
sister.
is
Stop.
The realm of horror / thriller.
Good
What
song.
is the name of the murderer whose soul is bonded to a Chucky doll in Child's Play? Do you believe that like a doll could be possessed? Because I kind of do. Have you ever seen old?
Here's the thing, cause I mean,
What? 5.
I'm just going with it. I'm just going with it.
Really? 2. Garden tools. Pens down.
I wonder if they're gonna do it.
And Marc Andreyko.
Charles Ray Evans.
No,
And
I don't think I have it right either. I have Billy Ray Lee.
no, y'all are close.
Charles Lee Ray.
Charles Lee Ray.
Lee.
I just put Charles.
Yeah, that's fine.
I couldn't remember his last name.
Okay.
They didn't ask for it.
Perfect round.
I was actually expecting you to put Chucky, and I was like, you know, they do say in the movie that he goes by Chucky, so.
Nope. And it is a Patreon question. Thanks to all the movie trivia
Guys,
Patreon. We support each and every one.
I don't want to like shoot myself in the foot here, but I currently have more points than Draco and McWeeny. How is that happening right now? This is the highest I've ever done in round 1. I'm excited.
Contributor, and he wanted the category of Steven Spielberg films.
And here we go.
The Hack That Made a Shark movie. Here's your question. Who plays the title character of the BFG in the movie The BFG?
Yep. No, here's the problem. I see his face.
Like that movie. I haven't seen it.
You see his face, but you don't have his name?
Right.
Wait.
Ready Player One.
Yep.
5.
Yep.
Did you leave 4? Did I offend you? Yeah, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please.
Spoke too soon.
And Drew McWeeny.
I am so offended I don't remember the gentleman's name.
Oh, boy.
I was gonna write he won an Oscar for Bridge of Spies.
Yes, he did. That would be Mark Rylance.
Yes.
Mark Rylance. Of course it is. He robbed that old box.
So it's like I knew it. I just his name just I just mini drivered his name.
Yeah.
Round 2 now starts. We are tied up. Marc Andreyko and Drew McWeeny are tied up at 6.
Nice.
Both played a tremendous first round. Both missing
7,
the same question.
6.
Attached to the hip right now. These two.
I'm tied with them. You're beating us all.
Number 2, Mark has that. The best of friends still, soon to be bitter enemies from heretofore. The wheel round is upon us. The wheel of fate, doom, justice, and a sponsored wheel today. I mentioned the movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon. Today's wheel is sponsored by none other than Kyle Gerbrand. Thank you so much, Kyle. His slices today are Scorsese films and
Someone
Stanley
give
Kubrick
Christian's
films.
face.
He likes himself some directors. Now, that wheel is out. Avery and Sue Christian George. Now, both have their JTE rules and both have their challenges. They do. Marc Andreyko does come in with a higher rank this tournament. So, Mark, would you like to go first or second? You're going to go first. Please spin from the wheel and not the peg, please.
I'm so upset that I couldn't remember Mark Rylance's name. I would have had a perfect round.
He's lining it up.
Jeez.
He's like he would line up a putt at the U.S. Open. He's aiming for musicals. He's not looking. He's not looking. Spinning it. He can't even look at it. I mean, this wheel tortures people.
All I was thinking was Halliday.
Gets into their heads.
Yeah.
Charles Lee Ray got into that Chucky.
It's Ready Player One. That's his name in Ready Player One.
It's going to pass upon his choice. Look at this. Worry about that. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Thriller.
Ooh, that's.
Would you like to take the famous 1983 Michael Jackson album? No, Marc Andreyko. Makes sense. Marc Andreyko just big part of that Patreon horror match. Gonna take it. Which is available now on Patreon if you want to see it. It was a fatal 5-way for the horror match. Okay, here we go. 5-way makes sense in the world of horror. All right, here we go. In the category of thriller, Who plays Vincent Gray, who's the junkie that shoots Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense?
Donnie Wahlberg.
Yeah.
2 points. Okay. We were looking for a Donnie Wahlberg. Question 2. What is the name of the main antagonist of the Saw series?
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw.
That's correct. Johnny Depp plays a rare book dealer who, while seeking out the last 2 copies of a demon text...
The Ninth Gate?
Correct.
Yes.
Wow. All right. And,
Rudely didn't even let you finish the question.
all right. And your last question here. Who plays the villainous Ray Marcus, leader of the murderous Rednecks in Nocturnal Animals?
That's a newer one.
Oh, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
2 points.
Yeah.
Wow. Draco.
That was a newer movie.
Blazing through that.
Jeez.
Like Sherman Soames through Atlanta.
Round
That was
is
a-
over, so now
that was a
Drew
good wheel
McWeeny
pick
is up.
for him.
Drew, please spin from the wheel, not the peg. And
So they look like they were confused on the Saw question. Did they want Jigsaw or did they want his real name, John Kramer?
Staring daggers into it.
staring at
I didn't know John Kramer was his real name, so.
Yeah, right. Who was the protagonist in Saw? Jigsaw. What was Chucky's real name? Chucky.
Protagonist?
Not gonna get
Antagonist.
There you go.
Well, I mean, protagonist, depending on how you look at it.
famous actors and actresses. Gonna keep it. All right. He merely
I love
shrugs.
McWeeny.
He merely
Okay.
shrugs. He doesn't fear any category in the movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Except for Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Famous actors and actresses. Drew, these are actors and actresses of some repute. Your first question. What is the first Wes Anderson film to feature Bill Murray?
Rushmore.
Give him 2
Rushmore.
points.
Oh, that's right,
I
yeah.
was about to say Royal Tenenbaums, but I can't remember if he was in
Round of
that.
applause. We move on to your next question. In the romantic adventure Robin and Marian, Sean Connery played Robin Hood. But who played the role of Lady Marian? Audrey Hepburn. 2 more points.
Oh.
I feel like I need to see that now.
The warm Coke doing him wonders thus far. Your next question.
Oh, you meant the soda. I was
The
fine.
secret. What classic Hollywood actor's real name was Marion Morrison?
Shares a birthday with me, John Wayne.
That is correct.
Oh, that's right. Marion.
That is not at all a John Wayne. That's more of a Bostonian. Well, apologies.
Something
we'll
makes
move
sense
on.
to me now.
That's when he was in Good Will Hunting.
Yep. So Marc Andreyko, hold on to 2 points, but here's McWeeny's last question.
And them apples have given you this final question. Who voiced the title character in 2010's Marmaduke?
It's like Owen Wilson.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Jack Black, B, Jim Carrey, C, Owen
Yeah, it's
Wilson,
Owen
or D,
Wilson.
Mike Myers?
I think it's C. Owen Wilson.
You think correctly.
Wow, 1 point lead here by Andreyko. What a round by
How many people turned down that
Wow,
role?
what a
got
round
Robin
2.
and Marion.
And that's it. That's the game. Andreyko wins, right?
Andreyko wins.
Andreyko's done?
That is not the case. We are going to round 3 with these two, and what a match it's been so far. Marc Andreyko, Drew McWeeny, 14-13 as we get into the 3rd round. All right, how's it work, Mark?
Round number 3. I hope both you gentlemen enjoy round 3 because this is the last round you will ever play as friends.
Yeah.
Find yourself not only the favorite, but also enjoying a 1-point cushion over Drew McWeeny. So you will be giving us your preferred numbers first.
1 for the 1-point lead, 5 for
Nice.
my 5 victories, and 3 for my 3 losses.
Nice. I like that.
What a numbers guy.
All right, Drew McWeeny.
10 for my first son's age, 13 for my second son's age, and 18 for my girlfriend.
Oh, he
What?
went.
18 for my girlfriend's age?
Age, I would let you win.
All right. So we're going to start here. Drew McWeeny will start here. He is down. He needs to hit his 2-pointer here.
Wow.
Drew McWeeny, you chose category number 10. Classics.
That's where I was leading.
Classics. All right, here you go.
It's a good choice.
According to Humphrey Bogart at the end of Casablanca, what will he and Ingrid Bergman
We'll always have.
Love?
No. It's like.
Paris.
Yeah.
Paris, that's right.
I was like, it's a famous line. We'll always have. I was like, San Diego?
That's right, that's right.
Over to
I did see that
Marc
movie.
Andreyko. Marc Andreyko, you selected number 1 because you think you are the best. It's a
I'm not a
2-point
mirror for you,
question.
Joe.
And your question for 2 points and to regain the lead over warm Coke drinking Drew is, in The Greatest Showman, who plays Charity Barnum,
Oh.
the wife to Pete?
Michelle Williams, yeah.
2
Get
points.
2 points.
Back and forth. All right, so now we go back to Drew McWeeny with category number 13, action adventure. Action adventure.
and forth,
Here you
back and forth. Come on now.
The Raid series takes place in which country?
It's Indonesia.
Yeah,
3 points.
I would say it's an Indonesian film. I would assume it takes place in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Now we go back to Marc Andreyko. Marc Andreyko, for your second question, for 3 points, you selected the number 5, because that's how many golden rings you claim to own. And your
I'm
question is,
wearing all 5 of them. Figure it out.
Wow.
in the world of horror movies, your question is, what is the last name of the paranormal investigating
Warren.
couple in The Conjuring?
The Warrens.
5,
Is it
4,
Ed and Lorraine
3.
Warren?
2, 1.
Repeat the question.
What is the last name of the paranormal investigating couple in The Conjuring? 5,
Yeah, I don't got it.
4, nothing. Nothing. We were looking for the Warrens. Couldn't conjure the name of the Warrens, the people who put ghosts in houses in the first place.
Marc Andreyko has to hit his 5-pointer here, or the Godfather will advance to the second round. Mark, what's he got?
He has selected number 3. Number 3 and the number of Mark Mosley corresponds to the category of Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise movies.
Mission
And
Impossible.
your question is, for 5 points
Pull that out of nowhere.
and a lead, at least for a time, who plays the intimidating Winston Cup champion Rowdy Burns in Days of Thunder?
Ooh.
Michael Rooker?
He got 5 points.
Wow.
Back on top. And Drew McWeeny can't.
It's Mary Poppins, y'all.
Hell of a pull, man.
Drew McWeeny here
A good
is
pull.
now forced to hit his 5. If he hits the 5,
Dude, I
he
would love to see
advances.
Michael
If he
Rooker in a
misses it,
cameo in
Marc
Mary Poppins
Andreyko
Returns.
advances. We are
That would be
down to the
hilarious.
Final question here, Mark. It is from category number 18, and that is in the category of biopics.
Ooh.
Biopics. Biopics. Biopics.
Biopics.
Biopics.
In Apollo 13, what was the flight surgeon concerned astronaut Ken Mattingly would come down with, dashing his hopes of joining the mission? And your winner, advancing to the next round, Mark the Android Andreyko.
Whoa.
The answer was the measles.
The measles.
Ah.
That's the answer.
With measles.
And Andreyko moves on here.
Wow.
And the separation between the measles and the android will now be playing either Ben Bateman or Clark Wolf. Marc Andreyko just beating McWeeny here.
That could be interesting.
21-18. What a battle it was.
Andreyko versus
That
Wolf.
was a heavyweight
Teammates,
championship fight.
or, well,
Marc Andreyko
yeah.
advances to the
Stablemates.
second round.
Stablemates.
Now, the question is, who does he want to see? Does he want to see Ben Bateman, who he's beaten before, or does he want to go head-to-head with his stablemate, Clark Wolf? What an interesting match that would be.
I was second-guessing myself for a second there. I'm glad Christian said
Here we
it.
go.
Thanks, Christian.
Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans, Jen Sturger here with Drew, the Godfather McWeeny. Drew, it says something when you score 18 points and still somehow lose.
Mark and I were neck and neck, and it's the difference between 2 questions. Like, in a match like that makes all the difference in the world. So I really can't be upset. Like,
No.
I feel like if I got the Robin and Marion question, but I missed the Marmaduke question, I'm okay with that. I can live with that knowledge.
Yeah, I was going to say Marmaduke. I feel like we both share that sentiment right now. Oh, but, ultimately it came down to round 3, and you just...
I have clearly got to see Apollo 13 again.
Yeah.
It has been a while, and yes, that movie is next up on my playlist.
Not gonna lie, I was on WebMD trying to figure out if I had the colder measles.
That's definitely happening very, very soon now.
Oh, but I mean, this has been such a crazy year for you. You had such a great run in the teams tournament with Brienne, obviously beating the Patriots with Sam, holding the belts. I mean, what a year! Like, I know that this is the end of your season, but you have absolutely nothing to be ashamed about.
It's okay. It was all right. It's been an interesting season. I definitely learned a lot this year.
Yeah. I think one of the highlights for me this season was just seeing the look of joy on your face and just the shout that you gave out when you and Sam won the belts.
I appreciate that, and it really was my favorite moment so far in the Schmoedown, not because of the win, but because it felt like I finished something I started. and that is a big deal for me. So, doing that with Sam was a great thing, but there's a lot that I just haven't done yet, so.
All right, well, like I said, this is the end of your season, but I really hope to see you back next season, and I really can't wait to see what's next for you.
We'll see.
Oh, wait, I do have something for you.
Is it
Someone
cannoli?
told me that you liked cannolis.
It's the one and only. Thank her for me. All right.
Think of yourself.
All right. Thanks, Brienne. All right. Take care.
See you. And I'm back with Marc Andreyko and the Five
I would love to
Club.
see them still as a team.
All smiles.
Please.
Marc, you still look like you're
Such a
in
good
shock.
team.
I really am. Like when I'm up against people like Ethan or Drew who are so good, it wasn't false like, oh, I'm going to lose. I legitimately thought as long as I don't lose by too many points, that's a win. And when Christian stretched out at the end, and your win, I was like in slow motion. And then he said me, and I was like, oh, he's just screwing with me. So I'm completely gobsmacked because, in addition to Drew and I have been friends for almost as long as I've been in LA, he's an amazing player and has a wealth of knowledge that he's probably forgotten more than I know. So this is still this is even more shocking to me than Ethan.
Do you think coming into these matches with the mindset of just taking one question at a time and not getting ahead of yourself and believing your own hype has helped you?
Yeah, I think I've learned from watching great players, and I've learned the strategy, and I know that, like, when Snyder and I played Alonzo and Adichie, and I did the graphic novel question, I knew that wasn't going to change the outcome, but I learned from strategy. You get a challenge, it throws off the rhythm of the other team, and I thought the question wasn't written correctly, because technically I am correct, but I knew that was a strategy thing, and I wouldn't have known that even 6 months ago, so it's become trying to play the game. But with this, I just came in thinking, I'm just going to have fun, and this felt like why I joined Schmoedown, because Drew and I both care about each other, we're both friends, we both respect each other, and by the time we got to round 3, we were 16-16 or 16-17. I was like, even if I miss all 3 questions, we got to a place I have nothing to be embarrassed about.
It's funny, before we went out, we were actually joking that Andreyko and Drew should just answer all of their questions wrong until the final round, the 2, the 3, and the 5, and ultimately, that is effectively what it boiled down to. Almost, I really thought you guys were going to go tied into that last round, and when Andreyko spun Thrillers, I was watching and I was like, he's going to keep that. He's going to keep that. And he totally nailed it. It was still, even knowing how good he is in that category, it was still so exciting to watch.
Absolutely. I thought both of them were actually going to have a perfect round 1. I was like, has this happened before?
Every time Ellis says that, it guarantees them.
And the fact you, Ellis.
The typhoid mare.
Well, and the fact that between the two of you, you had the Charles Lee Ray answer correct was just so funny.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And then obviously, like you said, it came down to round 3.
Yeah.
And now, I think looking ahead in the tournament, you have a rough path ahead of you. Like, as if facing a powerhouse like McWeeny wasn't bad enough for your first round. Next round, you're either going to face Ben Bateman, who you've faced multiple times.
And beaten.
Or you're going to have to face your stablemate, Clark Wolf.
If I do have to face Clark, it's going to be a lot like this match. It's going to be 2 friends playing against each other in a fun, as affectionate as a competition can be. And if I win or she wins, it's a win for the Five Club. It's a win. And if I play Ben, well, that's just practicing for who I'm going to beat the next round after him.
Wow. No hugs in that match. Oh, and, speaking of Ben Bateman, obviously, Emma, you haven't been around lately, but there's been a little bit of smack talk. I don't know if you've heard with Tom Dagnino.
Tom Dagnino likes to just keep throwing my name out there, and I would like to point out that Tom Dagnino may think that he is a contender for Manager of the Year, but I would like to remind everybody that as soon as JTE and Snyder lost the team belts, Tom Dagnino abandoned them. I would never do that to my teammates here. All of a sudden, Tom Dagnino is representing Ben Bateman, and Ben Bateman's the little golden boy. Well, honestly, Ben Bateman as a heel kind of pales in comparison to his own usual teammate, Andrew Guy. That's just my opinion, but Tom Dagnino, stop.
Savage.
I don't care. It's over. We're going to beat you. Clark is going to beat Ben, and if she doesn't, then Andreyko is going to beat him. This is not hard. This is just science facts.
Well, you have that there. I guess all that's left is here's some cannolis for you guys. Enjoy them.
I mean, we'll take them.
Good luck in the next round. I cannot wait to see what happens.
And once again, I do have to give one last shout out to Drew. He's an awesome competitor, and the only thing more impressive than how smart he is what a nice guy he is. So this is a really nice moment. I'm sad I beat him because he's my friend, but it's a real sort of ego boost in the best possible way. So thanks, Drew.
I mean, very interesting there. Drew McWeeny, obviously, very
I don't want to win.
season.
I mean, I'll take the win, but I really didn't want to.
In general, in this season, you look what he's done. I mean, him and Sam Levine are the only team to ever beat the Patriots twice. They did that. He won the championship. He had an okay run in the teams, and then, unfortunately, falling short here in the first round of the tournament, but he wants to come back. He's ready to come back.
He's going to be ready for a new... Maybe in the meantime, he goes and visits Sam at Del Boca Vista. I hear Sam is doing great at lawn bowling.
We'll see. But you look at Marc Andreyko, who's still in a state of shock, as he has won. Every time he thinks he's not going to win, he winds up doing it, and he pulled off a hell of a victory here. That first round was incredible. They both had great second rounds.
And what a test that is for a competitor early in the round to beat somebody like of the caliber of Drew McWeeny. Now, I don't think he's going to fear either opponent. He may not want to play certain people because he has alliances, but he ultimately, like you said, wants to get to the spectacular. Marc Andreyko does not fear anyone.
He doesn't, and he said as much in the interview there that he would be honored to play against Clark Wolf, who's part of the team champions, but he, of course he doesn't want to do that, and he would love to get the opportunity to play Ben Bateman again and to beat Ben Bateman again. That's something that he wants to do. So, and it is nice to see Emma Fyfe and Rachel and Marc Andreyko back together again.
Getting the band back together.
Yeah, I mean, you see, Emma Fyfe is a hell of a manager. This is another victory for her this year. Her and Tom Dagnino are back and forth on the manager of the year.
It's going to be a big award.
It's a big, big fight here, and they're both fighting, and she's got yet another person advancing. This is a hell of a year for Emma Fyfe.
No love for Jay.
It's a hell of a year for Marc Andreyko. He's now 4-1 overall this year, and it's a well-earned victory, Mark. It was a good fight.
It's a hell of a year for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon. We mentioned it during the match. Check it out right now. If you haven't already, select which tier is right for you. Make sure you check out all the Carnage recap on the Schmoedown Rundown, and check out the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page. Of course, that's on Twitter.
And we'll see you for the next match, which is going to be the rookie sensation, the Cobra, Chance Elliston against Ethan Irwin. We'll see you next time.
It's going to be a good match.
Come in. Hey, Commish. It's Commish. How are you, buddy? I'm great. How are you? Great. I was going to tell you. I just, as your friend, you seem a little stressed these days. I am a little stressed, but it's okay. I'm getting through it. Good. Thank you for coming over. Of course. I just wanted to talk to you real quick because I've been feeling bad because you challenged me a while ago. Long time ago. Very long time ago. And I kind of dismissed you in hand. And it's been weighing on me. I feel like I dismissed you a little too quickly. I felt threatened, and I apologize. So I've been thinking a lot about it, and talking to my therapist. My bills have been very large, but
Kalinowski.
I've decided that I think it would be in my best interest as a human and as a commissioner, and best for the league, if we just go ahead and compete, put the commissionership on the line, and you and I can compete, and whoever wins will be the commissioner next year.
This is unexpected.
Yeah, so
let me get it straight. Right?
Yeah.
So you're saying me versus you at the spectacular.
Correct.
Winner gets the commissionership. That's it.
Yes, end of story, full stop.
That's it.
Yes.
I don't know about that.
But why? I don't know. You've been asking for this for months.
No, this is a long time. I don't know, I'm having fun calling the matches. A lot less stress. No more people yelling at me, really. No more knocking on my door and asking for stuff. And to be quite honest, it's really been fun to watch you sweat.
Please?
Please. Does that word really mean these days, right? Please.
Just do the damn match.
Say it again.
Please.
Can you sing it?
Please.
That's too much. All right, I'll let you up, Laura. One-on-one, promise, though. You got no more Hawaiian shirts if I win ever again.
Fine.
Yes. All right, good. You got a shelter match. I'm gonna kick your face in. I'm gonna take it back, and believe me, we got a quarter. So that was a stupid move. You dropped something.
What's
Oh man, that was. This has been a long time coming, actually.
Oh,
The whole rumored and mythical Christian versus Thad match that was supposed to happen a long time ago. Really makes you wonder, though, and this is the rumor out there: is Christian actually behind all of Kalinowski's doings?
supposedly we're going to find out at the Spectacular.
See, I'm also wondering if he's about to announce that match will be at the Spectacular as well. Which
Probably.
I would guess so.
Yeah. Especially because we don't know... Like, at the Spectacular, all we know is the singles championship and the team championship, and that's it. The Spectacular is usually more than just the two matches. Is there another match I'm forgetting?
I think there was the number one contenders.
Was there... Oh, there was the Inner Geekdom rematch.
And then there's the Inner Geekdom rematch between Kalinowski and Mara.
Yeah.
So, there's going to be a nice solid grouping of matches going into the Spectacular. I think they're really stacking the deck on some really good season cappers right there. That match, obviously, that we just watched, though, did not go the way I had predicted or said.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to fill out a bracket for this, but if I had, and I filled it out the way I said here, my bracket and first match would already be busted. So you can't trust me, apparently, to have a good solid bracket going through this thing.
Yeah.
Andreyko earned his win. He fought hard. You know, I don't blame McWeeny for missing one or two here. I mean, I couldn't remember that Owen Wilson voiced Marmaduke.
And for some reason, I just barely knew that. Like, mine was more of a guess. Like, I remember something in the back of my head going, Owen Wilson? I don't know.
I was thinking, like, because he did the voice of Lightning McQueen in Cars. I really don't know if they were going to use his voice. It's just kind of,
yeah,
wrong.
So, but, yeah, it was him.
Yeah, that was a good match. I like it when it goes back and forth there at the end, and when Christian says, "And your winner is," and we have no idea who he's about to announce. I love those moments specifically. Mm-hmm. You always want to see a match go that way. But anyway, that's there's a lot of interesting, good stuff coming up with the Schmoedown. Interested in the next match coming up. Was it Ellison versus Irwin?
Irwin, that's going to be a good one.
It's gonna be a good match.
Basically two rookies going up against each other.
Yeah, so I should say stay tuned for that one. Stay tuned for our reaction of that one, as well as every other video we have coming out on this channel. Like I said in the last video that we just recorded, I don't know which you're going to have out first, whether it's going to be the Schmoedown reaction or if it's going to be our review of Ralph Breaks the Internet, but Ralph Breaks the Internet is coming. The review is coming to our channel. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. That's happening. There's just a whole lot of stuff that we got going on.
Creed 2, trailer reactions. And maybe like one or two other stuff as we get into the end of the year. End of the year, which means that we're going to be soon talking about our favorite movies of the year. And then that's also going to go straight into what movies we're looking forward to next year. And Oscar talk, where we talk about nominations and have our pre-post Oscar show like we've done the past couple of years or so now. So
yep, there's a lot of stuff coming, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Go ahead and like and comment down below. What did you think was going to happen in this match? Is your bracket busted this early in the game too? Let us know. And go ahead and go over to the Collider and like and comment on that video over there as well. And just for them, plug for their Patreon. We're going on Patreon here with the Cinefanatics, so we are supporting the Schmoedown. We did just get to watch that horror 5-way match, and that was a good match. I know you enjoyed that one.
Oh, I love that match. Oh,
I'm not a huge horror fan, so I watched it with you just because I'm here to watch it with you. But
that was a fun match.
Get on that Patreon, go watch those matches. Those are some good matches up on there, specifically for patrons. All you gotta do, if you can't donate too much, donate just $1 to their Patreon. And while you may not get the match immediately when it comes out, 2 weeks later you'll still get to enjoy it. So jump on that Patreon for Collider for Schmoedown. And until next time, until next video.
Later.
See ya.